if you're like me and are struggling with opening certain bottles or jars, things that you just can't do it anymore, your hands are getting a little weaker, or you just don't have the muscles to do what you need to do or the grip to do it, this bottle and jar opener is something you should check out. The brand was kind enough to send this to me to try out, and I tell you, it's a game changer. So first of all, if you get those child-proof caps that drive you crazy, I can never get these things open. It's always a big struggle, and my hands just don't work as well as they used to. And so I need help with that noise where it's just like I just can't get it to work. You got to push and turn and everything. So you're going to take this, and it's got some little teeth in here that are going to catch onto the lid there. You slide it in here. That, oops, I got to turn it on right here. I get a hold of this way. So you're going to slide it down in there until it catches. And then on the top, it does show you the arrow as to which way you need to turn it. So I'm just going to follow that arrow and turn while I'm pushing. Now, because it's got a good size hand area there, I can then get that leverage to push down on it and get it. I have to do it on here so I can get the leverage I need. And then I can just turn and twist, and it easily comes off of there. So that is great for those child-proof bottles that I never can get open. It also has other uses though too. So I can, my bottles like this with a small lid on them, that's a real nice size there. Again, I'm just going to slide it in there and just give it a turn to the side, and it easily opens up for me like that. My jelly jar gets, it's been opened, but even when I haven't first opened it, I put it back on, it always seems to get sticky and stuck. And so I can just take this and slide it in there and just give it a quick little turn, and it easily pops off because it just makes it so much easier. If you have the pop tops, all right, these can be a pain if you don't have the fingernails to really get under there, or some of them are just really hard to get to them and stuff like this. So this has a couple different ways it can be used. It's got this slot on the end here where you just slide it, kind of lift that up just a tad and slide it up under there, and then you're just going to lift it up, and you can also then hook onto this little part here and be able to pull it off easily there. And same thing here on a different can, same idea. Let's get it upside down. And just slide it under, pop it up, and then if you don't want to use your fingers, you can use this other hook also will work to pull it off. So either of those hooks are going to work to easily just winch it off of there. So that works great with that. It also comes with a slot. Either of these parts can be used for like opening like a pop bottle or a beer bottle. So it can be used that way. I don't have one to demonstrate that, unfortunately. And be aware, well, also I want to show you one other thing. Sometimes you have these plastic things on top of stuff. I didn't open this all the way, but I was using the little hook on the side here to get underneath the edge of that until I can kind of crack it open, and then I can peel it off, because sometimes that's just, they're so hard to get them to get there, and you try and cut it and you can't, they just don't break. They're just so much harder. But be aware that this is for smaller bottles and stuff. This small mouth mason jar is too big, just barely too big though. So once it gets about 2 3/4 inches, which is about what the top of this diameter is, then this isn't going to work. It's too big for that, or the bottle is too big for this. So this will only work on smaller ones. Now notice this jar that I did with the jelly is very similar in size to the other one, but it's just slightly small enough that this will fit on that, whereas it won't fit on the other one. So be aware that it is for smaller things, but it works so well on the things that it does fit. So if you are looking for something like this to help you open your bottles and jars, this is something you should check out. Go get you one. If this helped you out, please hit the like button, subscribe for more reviews, and click on the product link below. Thanks for watching.